Praying to the Lord above. Praying that it looks better. Praying that it looks better. Because the pace car is in. And we are going green out here after the first caution. Do you have a read on the stream yet?
Nothing yet.
We are live. I'm seeing stream quality good. I'm seeing stream quality good.
Yep.
And we're back!
We're good.
Race fans, we're back and we're green!
Good.
Lap
Good
5.
for now.
Good for now. Stream quality's been having some issues, but we are back and we are green, and it's John Ward with the jump. And he's in the lead out here, and look at that field of drivers, Kevin. We didn't really get to go over the grid that much out here. So if you want to try to rattle through it quick, do you want to try to rattle through it quick? Or do you just want to kind of go with how we're going right now?
You can take it away. I'm still trying to work out all this stuff.
I'll just take a look at the main leaders out here for the grid tonight, if it'll pull up out here, but I don't know if it'll go right there. Okay, it's John Ward with the lead, Richard Elliott in second, Hunter Hastings in third, Jacob Wilkerson in fourth, Kenny McCullough fifth, and Nick Seipel in sixth. That was to round out your early qualify. And that outside line really getting a lot of momentum. It's got a lot of vehicles. It's led by Scott Warren. Yeah, go ahead and get all the links sent out and stuff, Kevin, because it's looking good for me. And they're 3 wide there near the back of the pack. I'm seeing 50 drivers right now on the field. Or, sorry, I'm seeing 49 registered drivers on the field at the moment. And boy, they are just a plethora of drivers out here. 3 wide, multiple occasions out here right now, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's no surprise with these guys, Luke. I mean, we see it all the time. And
right there near the back for the battle of 18th right now. They're stacked up 3 wide all the way throughout. Sean Corbett's leading one of the inside lines right there. I see it's getting stopped up a bit. But it's Matt Lee still in the lead. He's got his, I don't know if it was his first shot of the lead, but it's our first time seeing him in the lead right now on the outside line. The outside line's got the momentum right now.
Welcome, everybody. We apologize about all the problems, but we seem to have gotten it sorted out. Switching it over to a different setup, and Matt Lee in the lead on this one with Cody Nagels and Jeff Merck to follow.
And that inside line's starting to get some momentum, but there goes all 4 of them. They're going to drop down. That's Matt Lee, Cody Nagels, Jeff Merrick, and what is that? Trevor Azranoff. Look at that, 3 wide most of the way back out there, just split up a good bit there. See, Michael Guest took a pit back there on lap 3 under caution.
Yeah, maybe just topping up a little or something. I know it was a pretty big incident, but, not too much damage as you want to scroll through and see where everyone stands tonight in this huge field we got going.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow. Just flipping through right now, we got an absolute plethora of drivers coming. Thanks, Julie Paul, for the sub. And boy, look at that, Kevin. Just 3 wide all the way back. Yeah, me too. 3 wide stacked most of the way back there. We're looking back in like P25. If you look over there on the right side of your screen now, too, you're also seeing a radio for the drivers that are talking right now. And with the field being so big right now, the drivers in the back of the field right now, back in about 40th through 50th, are cut off right now for us. Just strictly because there's so many drivers on the field, and it's a lot to, control in terms of internet processing speed. That's what's getting the broadcast back up and running. But Jeff Merrick really losing speed there on that middle line right now. Oh, and we're getting a caution right now.
Yeah, I couldn't push you there, John. We had such a big run.
They're
too sure where it's going on right now.
Yeah,
they're decently spread out back there. Trying not to get arc braked. Everyone trying to slow down to the best of their ability as we're under caution. And
look back and see what happened there. So it's showing me watching Jeff Merrick in 11th place right now.
Split on the middle there.
10 miles per hour difference.
I was trying, Kenny. Hell yeah.
Maybe not him.
I don't know.
Maybe the I'm also not really seeing anything.
I'm not seeing
To be
anything under
completely honest with you.
my UI right now. I'm not seeing any drivers registered for crashing. So I'm not too sure what that one's about. Let's maybe listen in and see if RC has anything to say about it, or anybody in the game chat has to clues at what happened in that one. We're not really hearing
The
much.
last time you do that to me, Malik.
Bro, I've been with like 30th the whole time, bro. I haven't been near you, man.
Oh, last time you do that to me, Michael Guest. No. Where's your...
Seems some misfired shots there.
Evan wants his chat, Mike.
Yeah, and you know everyone's going around here single
here
file,
comes
and
the
here
bits.
come a lot of them, Luke.
That's why I'm not
Oh,
liking
boy.
the car.
Say a lot of them, Kevin. I say most of them.
Where's the-
I'm seeing a vast majority of the field coming
on,
in here. I
Trey.
think we're seeing just about everybody. 11 laps in out here, Kevin. I know they have 3 tire sets on the night. I'll have to take a look out here and see if they have any fast repairs. No fast repairs on the night out
Black
here
bear,
tonight,
black
Kevin.
bear, black bear.
Yeah, and I'm reading 2 tire sets. I don't know if I was fed false information
Come
or
the fuck on, people.
if that means 2 extras on top of that first one, but
when I cleared it.
All I'm seeing is tire set limit in the race is 3. So I'm assuming they get 2 extras on top of the ones they started with.
okay.
I mean, God.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the pits out here, and a lot of people leaving the pits, and it's going to be Malik
Yeah,
Ray
another racing incident there. The 76
leading here.
was,
Or sorry, that's
going back through the
there's
field.
just so many drivers out here. It's just I have to wait for them all to load in. It's Garrett Maines leading out here
Dalton gets a little
off
loose
the
and,
second caution
kinda
of the
gets
night.
turned, but,
It's been
no
12
fault
laps.
there.
under
That's pretty
Kevin.
racing incident between the 76 and the
Yeah, and I
41.
mean 12 laps in, we're seeing the second pit, I think, or
Flanagan,
second,
what
yeah,
lap
second
was
group of
that?
pits total. We
One
saw
before?
a few takers on that first caution, and I mean, there's just so many positions you can
guard.
make up on, you know, little incidents like that.
Yeah,
That
maybe I should have thrown the caution.
it has to be precise, Luke, and I think a lot of these guys had good pits, including Garrett Maines.
It really does.
what-
And look at that, Kevin. I mean, just a little
Hey,
bit of
Mike,
a cue
everyone
to
wants
the
to chat.
spread out of the you know the safety rating class of these drivers. I mean, look at that. P class, we're seeing C class, we're seeing W class drivers. I mean, we're seeing literally everything out here. I don't think we have any D class drivers on the field out here tonight. Just from what I can see, it's looking like all A, B's, C's, and then W, C, and B or P's. So a lot of very, very spread field out here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, I just set the caution line very high, Luke. Not that I don't have faith in these drivers, but there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of different skill
do not
gaps.
want to
and
disclose.
I think something like tonight is going to show how big the range of skill really
Because I
can
have
be
no
in some
idea.
of these races, as we have people all the way from closing in on 9,000 I rating all the way down to under
guard,
1,000.
fire.
Yeah, but then again, with it being a super speedway, it really is
Well,
anybody's
that
race
could be
out
a
here with no
wild
fast
fault.
repairs. I mean, let's say one big, huge. Well, let's say the big one happens up
Didn't
front.
expect to close in on you
All
so
the big
fast.
leaders get wrecked out there. I mean, someone in the back that
Yeah.
stays out of the wreck and avoids, you know, all the incidents here could really steal one. Really could be anyone's race out here on a big super speedway like this.
Yeah, and I'm reading we only have one green-white checkered out here tonight.
Good seeing you there.
I think that's gonna kill a couple of the cautions because
Alright,
we're used to the 3, but
300 to first, 250 to second,
I don't know.
200
You know, when they're on those
third,
last few laps,
175
I
to
don't know if they'll be able to
130
contain
to fifth,
themselves to stay green a whole lap,
75 to
Luke.
50 to 7th.
I
and
doubt it,
Richard
Kevin,
bonus.
but
If you
only
did
time
not
will tell out here.
qualify
We're
and
gonna be
you win
going
the
green
race,
with.
you will win $50
Let's see, it's gonna be
bonus.
lap 14 out here tonight.
Nobody wins that.
That's our
will be a
second
rolling
caution.
bonus jackpot
And it's going to be
that
Garrett
will
Maines with the
go
lead.
towards,
Cody
next
Nagels
year.
is on the outside.
So a cool little feature this season for RNR.
Hey Ward, is it cool if I wreck you really quick, just in case like an intentional wreck is the mystery bonus? I'll let you wreck me after.
Yeah, and maybe There it is.
They
Logan
just
York.
told you what the
I was gonna
mystery
say maybe a
bonus
ghost
was,
is talking because
retard.
I wasn't reading a name on radio, but
What was it?
I'm seeing Logan York
Don't qualify and win the
getting it
fucking
going
race.
in the chat, which you know, I love having open. Luke, I don't know about you.
That's the mystery, though.
Yeah, me too, and
I mean,
we'll see if we can maybe get that a little bit bigger here later on.
Because if you win the race, you need
But
that
that's
extra
definitely a
money.
very nice tool for us to be able to see who's talking out here.
I doubt they'll give
Yeah, no doubt
a
about it.
bonus to an intentional
We're going
wreck.
green this time by pace cars swinging in right now, cutting across the field, and
You have to follow the clues throughout the race.
gonna be about 35 to go. I want to say
Yeah.
36 to go, and
they probably shouldn't tell what the mystery
Flagman
is.
is waiting. But Luke, it is a late restart here at Talladega. I'm used to Daytona.
Right, you ruined the pride.
Patience is key out here at Talladega.
Yeah, you fucked that one up.
Oh, no doubt.
There's the green flag, and green, green, green. Here we go. We are green once again, Kevin.
Does the winner really need
We're racing here. There's a double wide right now. When's that third line gonna open up, Luke? I'd imagine it's not gonna be long.
And
I
you're
guess
second
it's
now, Kevin.
not
I
a
mean,
mystery then.
we saw it happen almost immediately. At least I did off the restart. I know the stream didn't for a little while, but
Yeah, and that main group is gonna go
here it
up
is.
to the higher side. Not gonna split anybody down the middle. We've seen a couple times out here that cars getting stranded there in the middle, but yeah, just a lot of fighting going around on all parts of the field. Some of them come back into that second line, some of them stay out. It's a game of picking and choosing. We see John Ward there in the middle of the main group.
Dude, come the fuck
Towards
on.
the back, we're gonna see some more, you know, bottom line, top line racing. Nothing too crazy yet though, Luke, and I think it's coming fast because right now we're seeing cars get stranded. Oh, and that's a big move up to the top side.
That was the
20
number 2
car.
of Garrett Maines. Or no, that was the...
That's
That's, my God, look at that. 3 wide right back through there, and whew, it is tight going out of the exit of turn 2. Into the entry of turn 3. See him 3 wide there near the back. Boy, oh boy, Kevin, there is a lot of drivers out there.
Yeah, and if you look at the map in the top right, look, they are literally all still in the same pack. And I mean, it has to feel like a mile-long field to these guys. I mean, cars as far as they can see if they're in the back, and then, you know, if they're in the
Oh,
front.
we're wrecking in the back, Kevin, we're wrecking in the back.
Wrecking.
Oh, holy shit.
Woo!
Yes, they'll take a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Ooh, Christ.
Oh my. And a lot of cars in the infield, Kevin.
Hey, 92, sorry about that.
PC is just having a stroke trying to load in all the drivers moving on the tower.
Net coated from behind.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
We're
go
gonna-
back and we're gonna.
Goodness. Yeah, we're gonna go back and watch that one. That was a big one.
You never came up in front of me. I have a teammate in here that has the same paint scheme as me.
Yeah, and as you can see in the WeatherTech Camaro, I think that's 9th Gear's own Nick Donati may be involved in that one.
Come on, Nick.
I believe it was Michael's guess.
Indeed, got
I'd assume our UI is in the.
Yeah, it's being a little
What, did
funky.
you get turned?
You
Like,
said
as
around
soon as I
Michael
got
guess.
this
Yep, there
right
it
in
is.
front
We
of you,
found
or
it.
was it net
Alright.
code?
So it happens right near the back of the
I
field.
don't
It happens
know,
right around
but-
Michael
My
Guest.
car just...
They're 4 wide right there. Ooh, and it all just gets
Nice
stuffed
spot
up.
going
And,
into
woo. Like near the back. I mean, so many drivers involved in the back there. Still about half the field that is barely loaded in back there, but a lot of drivers involved in that one, Kevin.
What do you mean, Josh?
Yeah,
Thing?
no doubt about
My
it.
ass, you little bitch. That wasn't anything to do with my fault, you little bitch.
I think we're hearing a little bit
Alright,
of
guys,
frustration
I'm gonna
boiling
mute
over
during
onto
the race.
the,
It's bunch
into the
of
game
chatter.
chat, Kevin.
The O2 Richard Elliott's going to come down into the gas there, and he's going to be getting gas turning there. That'll be on the O2, and 17 to 50. So
Yeah,
first
and,
20
you know,
laps,
Luke,
pause the
like
car
I've
for the
said
drive through, and we get green.
Time and time again, I cannot actually hear the drivers.
Hurry
so,
up, Josh, or I'll lay
You're
him
gonna have
back.
to keep me
Game ain't
updated if
spot.
anything cool is said.
And you did do something there. You came down and hit me after the
Let's
fucking
see.
wreck.
You want me to change that?
No, just
Fuck
Okay.
you. I can do
Oh.
shit to you.
you talk to the fans.
Job is not
Fuck
happy.
you, bitch.
Okay, See, stuff like that. That's all.
Hey, Michelle, can you please mute the chat? We got some
That's all I really
sponsors
need to know.
arguing in here.
Yeah, I can't until the yellow's over in case there's clears and stuff.
I just heard Heath Chobe say, "Fuck you."
Sorry, Nick, I'm trying, dude.
Hey, and you know, it happens.
It boils over sometimes, Kevin. I mean, with a huge field like this, it's bound to happen. I mean, the amount of drivers out here is
Or bit sorry for
crazy.
getting you there.
You don't usually see
It's more not
this
good
big
than
of a
anything,
field.
but they're all dying above me.
Is the broadcast not on?
They had to put a new
The broadcast is on,
stream
Merrick.
up, but yeah, it's on.
We hear you, and the
What is-
broadcast is on.
Yeah, Daniel, I
What'd
did
he
not
say?
keep you out of the pits. I don't know
Yes,
why.
the broadcast is on.
I gotta pass him too. He's better.
Hope he's, and you know, just looking at his driver cam right now, I think he's looking for it because he is on his phone and driving.
Can't do that,
Texting
Daniel.
and driving is Jeff Burke. Let's go ahead and check the onboard here. Driving with his knees, I imagine.
10 years.
We
Yeah,
already have
see
a
ya.
fucking quarterback.
There he is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something later. I can't say it over chat while you ain't got a quarterback.
It's going to be Kenny McCullough Jr. with the lead this restart, Kevin, with Trevor
Can you
Asvernoff
please mute Tucker
going
McClendon's
to be
chat?
behind him.
Fuck you, Logan York.
McClendon,
I
some
love
choice
this
words for
community.
Logan York.
Uh-oh.
Give him the old fuck you, Kevin.
Y'all fucking suck. I love how toxic it is.
Yeah, and you know, Luke, top 10 right now is looking like Kenny McCullough, Trevor Asvernoff, Green, Nagels, Merck, Roberto, Lee, Carlman, Wilkerson, and Mistretta. But, we're only 18 laps into this one. I mean, they're pacing around for the third time tonight, and I think there's still, you know, a lot of possibility for a lot of movement out there as far as the field goes. I don't think there's an easier track to make passes on than Talladega, simply because, you know, it's not passing a
Man,
car,
we need a black
really.
flag. I
It's
got
just, you know,
speed, but
finding
not
a spot
everybody
that's
has.
faster.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, the draft line really does come into play out here. I mean, you get the right line, you can avoid a wreck, or you get the wrong line, you completely fall off the draft out here and have your entire race killed if there's a long
Yeah, we
stretch. Being in the right draft line is really crucial to a big track like this.
Yeah, and you know, Luke, I'm honestly kind of glad we missed the grid tonight due to some difficulties, because I'm looking at the list of names, and I think that would have taken me the whole, you know, 2-hour slot of our stream just to get through.
Just about, Kevin. I mean, looking at all the drivers there, I mean, just all the cars on the field right now, you get a decent representation of just how many of them there are out here. I mean, just there is a plethora, but it's going to be, like I said, Kenny McCullough Jr. with the lead, Trevor Asvernoff on his outside, Austin Green pushing Kenny McCullough, and Cody Nagels on the outside behind Trevor Asvernoff. So, a promising restart here for their respective organizations out here. The McCullough Motorsports and the Wagner Welding up there is running up in P4.
Jack Shack.
Jack Shack
and
as well.
P2. And you know, look, this is the season opener, so a lot of these guys have the charter. They're looking for some points. Getting a top 10 would get them that. But a lot of these guys don't have the charter, so, you know, they need to get into that top 5. So that's when these things really get shaken up. Different drivers looking for different finishes out here. And, I think all 49 of them want that, all 50 of them actually want that checkered flag.
Yeah, I mean, I know I would if I was out here tonight, Kevin, but enough about us, more about the drivers. We are going green this time by. It's going to be lap 20 of 50 out here tonight, Kevin. It's not the longest race, but it's a lot of drivers out here, and we are approaching that delayed Geico restart. We are getting ready to go green out here once again with the Roughneck Racing Series. There it is.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag is in the air. We are green once again out here tonight.
Here we go, command of Kenny and Trevor on the outside. Cody Nagel's giving good pushes to the outside, making them work so far, but I mean, we already see people flipping and flopping around, picking the preferred lines. Dropping,
Choice
not
words for
dropping,
Logan York
kicking us out.
in the chat, it sounds.
That's a nice plan on break.
Keep me updated.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
I'm
hit
telling Logan York to learn how to fucking restart. Is what they said.
Trying to get me walking.
Ooh, getting a little wobbly back there.
I mean, I ain't looking.
Seem to sort it out. And, oh boy, all these lines are just looking choppy, Kevin. But they're 3 wide, a little ways back. That third line's starting to gain some momentum, and they're getting a good push up there near the front. That's led by Garrett Maines on that third high line. Garrett Maines making the charge on the third line. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier, Kevin. I mean, these drivers out here, all very talented. They race tough, they race hard, and they race tight out here, Kevin. They are no stranger to 3 and even 4 wide racing out here, as we saw earlier.
We're under the yellow line in
That was
front.
earlier. And 4 wide, right there. You see it briefly, right past John Ward, Malik Ray as well.
And that outside line.
Shuffling around, and someone's loose below the yellow line. And I
He's gonna stay down.
believe that's why. Who is that? Is that Logan? I really can't tell. I think that's
Too many damn cars. The race goes
just
on.
so many damn cars. I can't really tell. Goodness.
Grading Paints is throwing a fit.
I mean, just so much stuff happening. 3 wide back there across the front stretch.
And he's holding off the charge, though, and him and Trevor working together well. They've ran out a lot of races side by side.
Boy, oh boy, Kevin, we might have to do a little crank it up segment here in a little bit. These cars sound good in the back together.
Yeah, you know, whenever you want to. I'm always game.
Yeah, let's do it now. Let's get a little bit going here while they're still holding things together. Cars do sound good. I mean, I can't lie to you.
I might need to change my underwear look. I mean, those are some great sounding vehicles. But with that being said, Kenny is still able to hold the field off, which, you know, 48, 49 cars chasing him is something impressive to do.
And look at that. They are really fanning out there across the front straightaway.
And I think that's where he's dominated. I think he's made them fan out a little bit. You saw him try to go up to that second line, but kind of tried to go a little higher to get around, and it almost helped him in the long run because he's back on the bottom being pushed by Dan.
There's somebody in front of you.
Yep, they're 3 wide, right all the way up there for the lead. A little bit of an accordion going on in the outside line, but they hold it together and still retain their speed. Good checkups on that third line. And just looking on back, Kevin, a lot of drivers on the field out here.
I got somebody in my ass too, don't worry.
And you just heard it there on the radio. Somebody's in Malik Ray's ass, apparently.
Of course you do, Chase.
Other than Kyler?
Or that might have been Chase. I really can't tell.
I flipped on your nose there. I was getting really hot. I had to flip something out.
O2 is losing speed quick out there. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but fading off back there on that outside line. They're 3 wide all the way back, but those 3 leaders, Kenny McCullough, Daniel Falkingham, and Trevor Asronoff, are starting to pull away a little bit from John Ward and the others.
I'm not the guy behind him. It's
Starting to create a little bit of space out here.
Malik, I'm hot now. I couldn't get in the air.
John Ward going for the pass on the outside, and he's got momentum, and he's got speed. He's got vehicles behind him, too. He's going to make a good push out here. The 33 of... Or, sorry, that's the 39 of Daniel Falkingham. Goes up with him, and Daniel Falkingham's going to lead this race now with John Ward behind him and Hunter Hastings. They're clear about 3 cars. Hunter Hastings' gap on that inside is slowly closing, and now Kenny McCullough getting a good run on that inside line with his group. But there's the drop down from Daniel Bulkingham, John Ward, and Hunter Hastings. They're going to be your top 3 now.
Hey, tell me what's in front of you, Dan. I can't see.
Yeah, and looks like Kenny's going to be staying true to that bottom line for a decent bit. He lost a few positions doing so, but definitely maintained
I'm on your teammate.
a solid spot. You know, 4th place out of, what was it, 48, 49 cars. I mean, I don't know. You see some other notable names up there in the top 10. Trevor Asmon's still up there.
So we're up to speed.
Tinsley up there. Brian Hennings. Stephen Miles has made a trip to get up there. I know he started back maybe 30s.
I'm running 2 seconds.
Somewhere back there. You know, not into the top 10.
I mean, I know, we talk about a lot about our main pack out here, but looking at the guys in the back, 28th place in back. Jeremy Osborne, one of them. Adam Young, Cody Reed, Sterling Thies, Javier Zapata, Nick Donati, 9th Gear Zone, James Wagner, Garrett Maines has fallen back a considerable bit. No, he's not. He is back up into 2nd. I don't know what my UI is going on. My UI is bugging out a considerable amount just because there is a lot of drivers out here, but I know most of the ones I just read back there are on that 2nd pack back there. A decent bit off the guys in 1st.
I think the UI, there's a way to do it when we're not live. I think the UI is set to 44 drivers, and we didn't think that it would be over 44, so having some problems, but nothing we can't clear up in the future.
Especially if we're going to see numbers like this, Kevin. I mean, I have no problem cranking up the max amount of cars that I see on the field and stuff, and I'm going to see if it will let me without going too crazy out here. We're going to... Well, it shows the max cars are at 63, so...
Yeah, I think it's a, I don't think it's an iRacing issue, though. I think it's an SDK issue.
Yeah, it probably is. We'll get it fixed after. But anyways, it's Garrett Maines with the lead on the outside. They're approaching a lap car there. That's the number 82. Ooh, and they're going to stack up a little bit there, making the pass on that lap car.
Yeah, and you want to do an onboard with somebody?
Thanks, Freddie.
Yeah, sure. You know, let's do the man currently riding in 7th place, Jeff Merritt. We saw him texting and driving a little bit there off the restart, Kevin, but let's see where he's sitting in this race right now. Like I said, he's sitting in 7th place right now. He's on that outside line right now, working right behind, I believe. I want to say that's Wyatt Tinsley. He's one of the highest ranked drivers of the night out here tonight, Kevin. Riding on his tail end's got to be a little nerve-wracking, I got to imagine.
Yeah, but it also has to be a little reassuring that you're probably not going to get wrecked, you know, to his fault if you do.
Ooh, but there's the pass on the inside by Jeff Merritt. He's going to move up there into 5th place, you know, approach the rear of Hunter Hastings.
Yeah, and you saw Tinsley for a second. Think about coming with Merck. He wasn't there, though. He opted not to. A big push into the 44 car of Hunter Hastings, though. Merck gives, and they've got some speed going, and they've got a rhythm.
Only got 4 laps left.
Sounds like the his strategy of Jeff Merck there. Some of the drivers that chose not to pit on our last caution are probably going to have to start thinking about it here before too long, Kevin, that's for sure. You can see on the map right there, the number 52 of Chris Melton. He's kind of fallen off out here. He's going to rejoin those guys near the back of the pack.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I thought it was kind of like a 24 lap window on the fuel, and if that's the case, then those guys that haven't pit yet need to start thinking about it very soon.
Wreck.
Speaking of,
so we're hearing a wreck, Kevin. We're hearing a wreck, and we're seeing smoke.
You're fucking pushing, Josh.
Uh-oh.
Good job, man.
And I'm not too sure where it's at, but it's trying to find it. But we'll have to go back and probably take a look at the replay here.
If you'd have just stayed straight.
Yeah, and you know, these guys will let you know where it's at because they will... Oh, I think you found it.
That I did. And we'll go ahead and swap to the chopper overhead here to get a good idea of what went on there. We're currently watching the overhead of the number 1 Malik Ray right now. He's currently riding that 2nd line. Ooh, 76. Really it happened around the 21 and the 76. That's who it happened between. Let's go ahead and watch the 21 Sterling Thies. No? It's another one of those situations out here, Kevin. It's going to be a mystery. It's going to be a tough one. But I know we'll probably be able to find the 76.
Pace car at speed coming in at 30.
Scott Warren, I believe that was. Maybe not.
We're all here. We can all see the fucking pace car.
Keep that energy, Logan. I love it.
Goodness, Kevin, I wish you could hear the game chat.
Oh yeah, I'm side drafting you.
Yeah,
like
and you
side
said you're
drafting
looking
me
for
right
the
now.
76.
Yeah, it's really, really tough to tell, but we'll go and look at the,
Are you sure it wasn't?
Go, Garrett, go,
I
go,
don't
go,
think
go, 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 go. I might get a black flag here. I don't know where he
760 would
stopped.
have been.
you see that inside line just kind of gets stuffed up there in a bit of an awkward turn there.
Yep,
Sean
people are
Corbett,
gonna
he
get
says
up
to
like
look
a
for.
fire.
Didn't really look like Sean Corbett's car, I'll be honest.
You go after the fact. I was like, holy shit.
Which car is Sean Corbett in?
He's in the 45, but he's in his traditional scheme. Actually, wait a minute. If I go back here, I might be able to watch if I go on his onboard. I mean, with so many drivers out here tonight, Kevin, it really is tough to see. Yeah, it's definitely the 76. Really cannot tell who that is.
Sorry about
Maybe let's
that,
look at the...
Yeah, I was like, why ain't he going? Why ain't he going?
Yeah, I was trying to like downshift to first to get it to like
Warren.
you know bump start, but it was
It
still
is Warren.
anti-stall was killing me.
Scott Warren.
On board with him and see
Hey, what is the
what happened there.
tiny,
One of the only Canadians out in the
gauge
field.
On your
And I mean, it's seeming to me like maybe
it's
there's a little bit of a
less than the
lag
bottom
situation, maybe.
That's for high and low beams.
He just left the session, didn't he?
That's the anti-stall kicking
Oh,
in.
no, there it is.
Like if you push the clutch in and you get below
Bit of an
40,
awkward
50
push
mile an
there,
hour,
just
that
from what I
little
can see.
the anti-stall will kick in.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, not a huge incident, all things considered.
Yeah, it didn't look like it involved too many drivers out here, Kevin. And just gonna have to...
Do it old-fashioned style.
Yep. There we go. We are
Reviewed
back.
that one. There'll be a racing incident. Actually, Gus pushes Warren,
Yep,
does
and
not
we're here
turn
on the word.
him. And then Gus is getting pushed by the 1 and the 60. And those guys that went in their cockpits, they can't see what's going on. So a racing incident there. Gus did not turn the 76.
And you just heard there from the RC that it was deemed a racing
did.
incident out there, so no one really at fault there for that one, Kevin, and it just was chalked up to a racing
He got
incident.
pushed into him, bud.
The pusher got pushed into a guy that was not ready for it.
I
It
know.
just caused a bit of a sandwich.
I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Like I have to talk random shit just to stay awake. I didn't even. I regretted doing this race as soon as it started.
Hey, Mike, are we
Yeah,
doing
and
one
you
or
know,
3 green whites? Just
I
one.
think it's time for our next poll of the night, Luke.
Yeah, what you got, Kevin?
It's a doozy.
Oh boy. A doozy of a pole under our 4th caution of the night out here, Kevin. It's going to be 17 laps to go when we go green.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Hey Chase,
So far,
the
100%
broadcast
yes.
has the race control com
For our newest poll.
Oh, hang on. Someone's letting them know that we have the race
Yeah,
control
I
comms
forgot
on.
about that. Jeez, God, that's gonna be bad.
Need to delete this now.
Might as well keep it going.
Send it.
The monetization.
This could get ugly.
Fuck it. Breckenridge resident gets fired from job for the R word.
Was something bad said by RC that I missed?
No, they only get
Little
fired
bit.
at my work for fighting in the
Oh,
morning.
okay, well, I'll go back and watch it later.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, 2 dumbasses got fired for fucking fighting in the driver's room Monday morning. It's funny.
Pace car is thinking about coming in.
Oh yeah, it's in. It's in, Kevin.
Evan, I'm fucking wrecking your ass.
And it's going to be Ward
Ball.
kicking us back off for the fifth time tonight, fourth caution. Green flag is in the air, and it is waving here at Talladega. We're green, and John Ward is getting up to speed on the inside line. All the cars are loading in there, following him on his inside too, with Hunter Hastings on the outside. Not a great jump for that outside line though here, Luke.
No, that inside line looks promising, but as soon as we say that second line had a bad start, that third line's already forming here. Just 2 turns into this race, Kevin, we already have that third line, and no surprise out here with the Roughneck Racing Series. They get it done quick. And it's just 17 laps to go out here. Not a very long race out here tonight, Kevin, but a lot of drivers, like we said.
What a stat, Trev.
It is a wild one.
Wow.
It is stacking up a little bit back there, back behind most of the leaders.
Actually, damage.
You see it getting a little bit of 3-wide action going
No,
on.
I was trying to check.
Oh, and bumping around near the back. And they're shuffling around and bumping, but they all hold it together, it seems. That's around
Sorry,
Sterling
Yeah,
pieces.
by some miracle, they all hold that one together.
Donati
I
was
didn't
close
think
to
we
that
would.
one, but held on to it. And they're still
Uh-oh.
shuffling around pretty tight.
A couple of
Still
them thinking
3
about
wide.
maybe picking up another line. They're up on the top.
Yep, and you know, Kevin, we haven't been on board of our of one of our own out here. Let's go and hop on board of Ninth Gear Zone Nick Donati right now, who's riding back in 28th place right now. 16 laps to go. He's riding that third line right now. It's all shuffling around, and he's just riding the line that's working.
Wrecking.
We're hearing the word of wrecking right now, Kevin, and
Oh boy.
we're listening for it. I'm trying to find out where it's at, and
Break the 52. Probably Chris Melton, maybe. I know he runs that a lot.
yep, Chris
Fuck
Melton.
out of me.
I think you just saw the
Sorry,
6.
Daniel, I was
Or,
pushing hard
no,
as I
that
could. I
would
just
be the
didn't have any
6.
temps.
Some purple car involved in something. I don't know if you can see that color.
Yeah, you're all good.
Okay.
I knew you were going to be struggling for temps on that last lap right there.
Trying to figure out when they called the caution.
That bottom is really
just
rolling.
so many people have passed after the
Don't
caution
say.
flag was thrown. I just scroll up so far.
No, the bottom is not rolling. The top is just fucking ass.
I figured you was pushing Hunter, we'd have a good run, but we got.
Well, you're on board right now with 52. If you can just go back and see.
Yeah, I'll be on the 41. Gets into the back with McClendon, goes up the track.
Yeah, it
And
shows I'm
gets
spectating
into,
him right now at the time of the
Salt
caution. I
field,
don't know
turns
what's
Salt
going
field down
on.
the track. So
There it
EOL
is.
there to the 41.
EOL to the 41 is what I just heard from RC.
41.
That's Jeremy
That's Jeremy
Osborne.
Osborne. Oh, found it.
There he is, and there she blows. We found the caution cause, and let's find out what happened, Kevin. Let's go to the onboard. This is the onboard of the 41 of Jeremy Osborne. He was credited with the incident there, and got a strong run on that inside and just jams the car in front of him, and it just causes a rebound, and a lot of vehicles involved around him and behind him.
Yeah, let's watch this chopper view or something there. And, I mean, it seems like they had started really getting mixed up before he had even caught in that front car in front of him. And here's just the blowing point, but we're shaking around a little. But now, yeah, he just
He
comes in a little
slammed him,
too
and then
hard.
he got
though.
swirly behind the guy he pushed.
He's gonna bring out your 5th caution of the night. Or 4th. No 5th. That's something, I don't know.
That's the 5th, Kevin.
Alright.
But yeah, like you said, it's our 5th caution of the night out here. And we've seen quite a few of them, Kevin, out here tonight. And I can't say I'm surprised out here with as many drivers as we have on the field. I'm still reading right now. Goodness, I'm still reading pretty much the whole field. I'm still reading, I believe, 42 at the moment.
Yeah, and I don't know. Everything as far as the scoring tower says, take it with a grain of salt for tonight. But you look who's back in the lead, Luke. Malik Reyes found his way up there.
And I mean, he always seems to be running up front there, along with Daniel Falkenham. I mean, 2 guys that always seem to be getting it done out here in these super speedway races. 2 very highly ranked drivers. We always seem to see them up there in the top, top 10.
No way. That would never happen.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So your top 10 right now reads Malik Ray, John
We're
Ward,
gonna
Dan
kill the bottom.
Falkenham, Hunter Hastings, Jeff Merck,
Can we have
Cody
cheese gum?
Nagels, Logan York, Tinsley, Garrett Maines, and Dan Eberhardt.
I second that.
I mean, that's insane, Luke. I think I know about half the guys out in this field,
That'd be fun.
and I know every single one of the guys in the top 10. It goes to show, you know, how consistent some of these people can be at these super speedway tracks.
Yeah, I mean, some of them have definitely found their success out here, and it's really going to be interesting to see who this first race goes to out here. 'Cause this is still the season opener of Season 2, so it'll be very, very
If you
interesting to
haven't
see who
yet-
gets the win out here.
If you haven't yet and you do want to get your votes in on our current poll right now, it's a doozy.
And that it is, Kevin.
I'm very proud of it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Luke, you got any Easter plans coming up this week?
Nothing crazy, Kevin. You know, just the usual eating with the family. You know, just having a good time, spending time with the family. Just that's about it. What about you?
Yeah, probably about the same. I know we got a couple races to come before and during Easter, and then I'll be watching the Rockingham race this weekend with NASCAR. I don't know about you.
Chase.
Yeah, Kevin, I know I will, and I don't know about you, Kevin, but I am a big one for the Easter. What is it? I think it's the Starburst flavored jelly beans.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's your go-to
Going
Easter
through my
candy?
fair share of this.
Thank you.
Ooh, my.
Go-to Easter candy, anybody?
I'm thinking.
I'll take it even from the chat. What's the chat got to say? Any,
I'm gonna give you a weird one. You ready for a weird one? I like peeps,
Garrett, how was your
but I like them more when
race?
they're stale.
Or
I mean, I
you're,
can't-
like, in the middle.
I don't know about the
Shit.
whole stale
Right
thing.
out there.
I can't say I've had too many stale peeps, but I'm a big peep guy. A lot of peep haters. Y'all can go fuck yourselves if you don't like
Dude,
peeps.
I wish there was like a video.
Honestly.
I like them a little,
going
you
in the
know,
porta potty. That
not
would've been
harder,
hilarious.
but
Well,
I didn't
the
know we
tough
were actually
peeps.
filming. I had a
yeah, exactly.
So I had to pull over there, but it was perfect.
If you know, you know, and you know, you just don't know, Luke.
What the
But the
fuck
pace
is going
car's
on?
in.
Absolutely speechless,
do what you
Kevin.
gotta
Pace
do,
car
bro.
is in. It's Malik Gray on the inside, and John Ward on the outside.
No, this is in real life.
As they're going around,
This is on his Twitter.
trying to get to that restart zone without wrecking each other. Someone's in
And
the
it's
back
only
blinking
back.
already. We are green here once again at Talladega with the Roughneck Racing Series and the season opener.
Yep, and we are green once
Oh
again
yeah,
out here,
left two, but
Kevin.
the pretty quick on the top.
Already 3 wide. In the back, just a little bit through turns 1 and 2. We've seen it
Cody Nichols opening it
at
back up.
every restart.
I mean, he's racing a little bit, but
And he's making a move on that third line, and they are making it work. Wyatt
Oh, yeah.
Tinsley
You
behind
will
him.
now.
He is pushing them to the
Everyone's
promised land, and they're
checking up
bumping
there.
around in the back. On the back
Everyone
of that
wants
third
to
line,
race
everyone's
there.
checking up. Everyone saw that third line starting to make a run, and everybody wanted to jump into that.
yeah.
Quickly dissipated and has dropped back down low.
You want to take another look at an onboard of the mid-pack guy? You go with Evan Carlton?
Long ass way to go. We're clear.
Sure.
See how he's looking. I know he's
You should have drugged me.
you know, kind of stuck in there where you don't want to be mid-pack. A lot of cars in front of you. A lot of
That
cars
is
in
some
front of you.
profile
Hunter,
picture
just
down there,
push him.
Kevin.
Just push him.
A little terrifying, as far as...
Oh, and there's someone on the inside up there.
Uh-oh.
Loose below the yellow. Seems to file back in. We're not seeing a caution. A good run by Eric there, or Evan, sorry.
Kenny, I can't.
They gotta make that line work to catch up to that main group out
You're
there.
good.
They're
You're good. Keep fucking
they're a
pushing.
little bit off.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah,
you're
11 to go. Going back to your leaders. Malik Ray still in the lead. Daniel Falkingham second. Garrett Main's third.
John Ward's
is
from
Wyatt
that inside line lead.
Wyatt Tinsley fourth, and John Ward in fifth.
John Ward quickly up there behind Malik Ray. Malik Ray goes sideways on the inside. He's loose and he slams the wall.
And he's trying to keep as much speed as he can to
Stop making
catch
late
onto the
blocks.
back of that pack, and
He's going to lose a
he's
lot
gonna
of
be
speed
close.
there.
when he wasn't clear.
and
Guys behind him are
I'll
going
admit that was a bad block on
to surround him as well. And there's the caution.
uh-oh.
Holy shit, these three, we were fucking cooking.
Sorry, Malik. Like, good save, but there's nothing I could do to get off the board in time.
I don't know if that was called for the Malik
What
Ray
a
incident.
fucking run, brother.
I wouldn't imagine so.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, man. I would have gone with you if you would have went up, but when I went up, you were...
Dude, we had like 10 miles
Oh, no, it's
mile
not.
an hour on him, dude, and I couldn't get off it. I was like, come with me, Trev.
And
Oh,
we're
I
currently
came.
watching the overhead of the number 17, Adam Young.
Back shots, baby.
Looked like the 22, maybe
Yeah, I
the
was
car
along
was
for the
sideways
ride
there.
Yeah, the 22.
Damn,
Oh, and that number 60 slows down, and the 32 just, or the 82 just gives him
Yeah,
a push
I
at
just
the
needed to
wrong
be told
time.
where they were.
Hey, look. You know, I try not to be a homer, but let's go back and look at that save by Nick Donati there. Very top of your screen, WeatherTech Camaro with a W on the hood.
Oh, you're
Take a
good.
look at
I
the
was gonna
save
let
for
you know
him.
we were there.
We'll watch the far chase here. You know, we'll watch the cockpit view.
Alright,
Tyler, is my
thanks.
front good?
Always a good view as that's Evans. There he is. Woo! Barely
Just
getting
gets
clear of that.
low to avoid that one. We'll maybe just look at
Car's off.
But yeah,
Oh, and a good checkup
Looking
by the
up there-
87 behind him there.
let's take a look at the onboard of Kyler
Austin
Wynn
Green.
on that one. I think his cockpit view is going to be your best seat in the house as far as this incident goes. Here
Who
comes
blow
in
up?
hot. Hard push.
See the leak right there up on the inside.
So far, so good.
Actually, come to think about it, it was quite important I gave it a background.
Oh, and
there it
Kyler
is.
Wynn just, he has the speed.
22
Maybe,
is high.
I think he makes the transfer maybe just a split second early, but I mean, he just had so much
No, I
speed.
was watching
It's
someone.
hard for him to really judge how, how much to let off there. I mean, he ends up just
He put his nose there and
Sorry, Nick.
accidentally
Or
spins the number
actually-
22, and that causes a couple vehicles up on the wall. Adam
Yeah,
Young,
you know-
one of them, I think.
that's a tough one. I don't know if he tried to follow the 22 to help him or if he tried to get under him, but whatever it was, he didn't try to lift as much, I don't think, and that was just bound to happen.
Either way, tough to say. It's, I believe, going to be 7 to go out here when we go green.
Yes, 6 or 7 laps to go. We only have
6
one green white
caution.
checker tonight, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, we got to remember they only have 3 sets of tires out here tonight, Kevin. They started with 1, so you got to wonder where they are on that department as well.
Yeah, that you do. Definitely some things to consider. Did we get a read from RC as to who's
Yeah,
to fault
green-white
there?
checkered. I haven't raced RNR in a while, but the green white checkered,
Haven't
we
heard
still raced
anything
it out
yet,
to the
I'll be
end.
honest with you. Maybe they're still analyzing, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything just yet. And the payout positions, I will
10-4,
take a
thank you.
look here.
I'm putting it in the chat.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, just looking here, this is based on 35 entries, Kevin. So we had well over 35
Yeah, I don't
entries.
know that.
So we don't-
the monetary value, but
We don't know, but this is based on 35 entries, and we're going to be pacing around again out here, so we have a little bit of time to talk about it. So this is based on 35 entries. I believe we had about 49, 48, or 50 to start. Not too sure, but assuming we were on 35 entries, number 1 would have gotten
right off the nose
225,
there.
second would have gotten
that'd be
200, third would have gotten
13 there.
150, fourth would have gotten 115, and fifth would have gotten 100, with the mystery bonus of 50 to the best driver finish, or I believe if the driver who finished did not qualify. I believe that was the condition.
yeah, and Tucker's telling us top 8 now. They might have upped it due to the plethora of drivers we saw here,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go based off Tucker's word.
a great
Assume top
turnout.
8's getting it.
An absolute great turnout here for the start of the second season out here for the Roughneck Racing Series, Kevin. I mean, we really saw it grow out here from the start of the first season to the second.
Oh yeah. But I don't know if they even expected this much. I know the lobby had to be remade to get everybody in here, but I know we're gonna have to go back to the lab and figure out how to manage this a little bit better, because our UI is just freaking the fuck out all night
Spitting the
because
pooch,
of how
that's
many
for
cars
sure.
are here.
But the important thing is we're actually able to stream still, so take what we can
Yep,
get out
and
here tonight.
by God's grace, the stream started working after having some issues in the first handful of laps.
Yeah, and we're hearing right now from Tucker, first place gets $300.
Whew. You know, look, $300. What would you do with $300? I know what I'd do.
I don't think you want to know, Kevin.
I think I want to know.
A bunch of
No.
drugs and hookers.
If I,
Okay. Well, I was thinking a go-kart would be
if I
cool,
could get
but
to your bumper, Tyler, that would be ideal.
You know, might consider a go-kart.
my neighbor's selling a pit bike if you want one. We'll talk about it later. Pace
Yeah,
cars.
we'll talk about it later. Pace cars going in. There's going to be 6 laps to go out here. Room for 1 green-white checkered. It's going to be Daniel Falkingham with command on the inside and John Ward on the outside.
Yeah, and you know, they're done pussyfooting around, Luke. It's time to race, and I don't think we're going to see anybody lifting at this point with only 6 to go. But here we go racing. The jump is made. The inside line is rolling, led by Daniel Falkingham and Garrett Maines.
Yeah, they got clear early. John Ward having to file in behind them in 3rd place.
Do it, please.
You hit me.
Cody, how many? I'm pushing. You're
3 wide already, Kevin, and that 3rd line's
Hit me.
looking squirrely, I can't lie to you, but they don't have much time. They got to get it working quick out here if they want to get speed going on a track as big as Talladega.
We're good.
Yeah, and you know, I think these guys are really going to start pushing the limits. Not only on, you know, the line, but on their cars, too. We've heard throughout the race in the chat a couple of times some heating issues, but I think these cars are going to get real hot this last handful of green laps. You can see those pushers aren't giving an inch.
No, they are not. Keeping it really tight all the way single file all the way up through the front. Matt Lee and Daniel Falkingham, which currently the 2 at contention for the lead right now. They were nose to nose going through the turn, but that outside line is making it work. Matt Lee, Cody Nagels,
Yeah, a little bit of a check
all
on that
clear.
inside line.
Matt Lee, Cody Nagels, and Logan York all drop down. There's Cody going up to the high line as well again with Freddie Bassinez, and there they go.
Caution.
Oh,
Under
caution
caution
flies.
again.
Warning upper temp, sir.
Oh,
Oh, and we're
boy.
seeing smoke, Kevin.
I know I turned you on the
Seeing
apron,
cars
but you
jumping
can't
up
just
and
be turning
down.
back.
I mean,
I'm seeing someone completely backwards right there, Kevin.
I was pushing you. Getting
I'm also
buck
saying
back,
that. To
buck
be honest
back.
with you, I don't know where to start on this, but maybe go
Yeah.
look at the 28.
Yeah, once they got to Dan,
He
it
was
just, like,
definitely slow
it was
to
going
come
nowhere, and I
through
was
that.
double red. I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
if I don't get up,
Definitely have
I'm
to go
just gonna
back and
take
watch
the
that,
further
Kevin,
cut,
because
not
that was a
push him at all.
doozy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Garrett, you
So
suck.
the
bad.
20 who?
I don't know who that red car was
Let
that
me
I
go back and
turned,
look.
but I was being pushed. I couldn't. I mean, I tried this thing, but that was a really bad return.
21, 27,
Okay,
23.
Saying,
Pick one.
23, final answer. 23.
Okay.
I told you my eyesight was bad.
I
we
mean,
got
I can't
bad
even
right
find
there,
a
damn it,
23.
Tyler. Right on the spoiler.
You're looking at him.
Oh. This is the number 9, Nash Brambilla.
I got you,
Uh,
Daniel.
well,
I'm gonna lock on.
go-
If I
Let's go back
can.
to the point of the incident and see.
Yeah, I hear ya. I didn't expect us to sink that badly.
Keep going.
Yeah, you got nowhere to go right
I
there.
think this is Still,
Bro, I was shoving him
Oh.
so hard. It was awful.
we're back to that dreaded,
Let me see it. Oh, come on.
Even for him to get to us. If he had damage.
there it is. Whatever that was, go look at that.
10.
Flat clear for passing.
Can you go back further? There it is. Alright.
Let's see if we can
Let's
watch
look at
it.
Kyler Wynn's
I'll
chopper.
tell you what, we can
I
watch
think
Nick
that's-
Donati. We can watch Nick Donati. He's right in the back of it. He's right at the very, very back of it.
Alright, we'll look at his cockpit first, and then we'll go to Kyler Wynn's chopper. Those are two cars we're familiar with. We know what they look like.
Evan, is my front bad at all?
Get closer.
Oh. Oh!
Just to verify we're running it out.
Oh!
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Are we going to overtime now?
Through.
Oh.
Through.
You're good, Tucker.
Looks like something
He's
went through
through.
his radiator up there on the front as well. I can't lie.
Alright, go look at Kyler Wynn's chopper, and we'll see how this thing started.
Now's when all the good
We'll,
archer breakers come out, because he ain't lifted.
We'll analyze this thing from start of wreck to end of wreck.
Yeah, can you look at Archer on that wreck?
Alright, they
Like,
all
yeah,
three lines really get stuffed up right
He
there.
didn't lift at all.
The 60 comes up into the
75
75
kind of
original
drops
thing
down a
was
little. They
off,
both kind of bump a
44,
little. They hold that
goes
together,
underneath
though.
the apron control tap.
24 is
Comes back
coming up into the
onto
mix
the racing
pretty
surface.
quick.
Kyler
44 is really
get
coming
Kyler.
up. Kyler's
goes
getting
a
up
little
there.
bit, give him room to get him back
Oh,
in.
here it is.
Bump.
Hunter
Good
goes
Merc don't hit
a little
initially, and
sideways.
they kind of come together a little bit after.
Comes
No
back
fault,
up.
you guys there. Just
Kyler
trying
tries
get
to
him back
avoid to
in,
give him
so,
room.
I'll check that arc break.
Bumps the 60. They both get into it. But some interesting noises in the RC chat right now. 75 gets loose, gets right into, just smacks Hunter Hastings there.
Yeah, I mean, just
He's loose. Nick Donati gives Kyler Wynn a shove.
Yeah, Jason's a fucking bitch.
Hunter Hastings just spinning out.
That's the fat ass.
it is what it is. I mean, I want to say
Fat ass
racing
David.
incident.
Off your fucking ass.
Hunter Hastings maybe should have stayed down there. I don't
Bitch, you
know.
can't even get out the sofa.
Up to viewer's
Look at all them
decision.
cars up here.
Yeah, definitely a tough one to read there, Kevin, but I believe that is going to take us...
That'll be arc break to Nick Donati, the 93.
That's going to take us to the green-white checkered,
Arc
Kevin.
break.
This will be it.
Chase, you're from the suburbs. You've never thrown hands in your fucking life.
Well, they gave Nick Donati the EOL for that one.
From.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm from the suburbs.
Well,
I'm not really sure if that counts as the suburbs.
not ideal there for ninth gear racing, but it's all right. That's going to be Cody and Eagles and
All right, one green,
Freddie
white checkered.
Bassnez
Oh, you guys up front.
on their
don't turn
respective
the guy in
lines.
front of you, please. Let's make this an easy night.
Be going green this time by.
You're asking for too much. At least I don't fuck my sister like you, Kenny. Wow. So funny.
93, you gotta go by.
And someone has just accused Kenny Reels of being a sister fucker.
All right, let's
This
get
been
this
quite
top
the hot
side
mic, Kevin.
rolling.
Yeah, and you know, we will be doing the post-race shoot the shit, so
Oh, yeah.
maybe more to come.
Definitely will be interesting to hear what the guys got to say.
Nick, you gotta go by me.
I have a EOL.
We didn't even mention the sister fucker thing on the broadcast, bro. What is going on?
I love you, Evan. Let's go.
Here we go, Kevin. Going green, I believe, for the last
Guess
time of the
there's a
night out
place
here.
You can go to after the race. They're going to continue the broadcast, so have fun in there.
Pace car is going to be going in. Cody Nagels and Freddie Bassnez, the lead on their respective lines out here, Kevin. And we're going to be going green out here once again.
Yeah, and you know, this might be the last time by, assuming they can get around. Pay attention to that yellow flag, but right now we're looking at the green one, and we are racing 2 to go here.
You know, Kevin, I couldn't tell you which flag that was if they didn't tell me. But it's Cody Nagels with the transfer up to the high line. He's making a run with Freddie Basnez behind him, giving him the push.
Yeah, Fast Freddy and Cody Nagels making it work.
Oh, but he gets a little stranded there. He's on that middle line. He's going to have to pick. With the pass there, they're going to get all stuffed up there, and that second and third is going to really have to pick there. They're 4 wide. John Ward going up to the high line with the 39 of, I believe that's Daniel Falkingham. They were 4 wide there for a minute, going in turns 3 and 4. They hold it together, and it's going to go back down to 3 wide. And the 0-1 is sideways, and he slams up into the wall. They're bumping around.
We're running it out, baby.
They're running it out. You heard it there.
Let's take a look at the tower.
They're running it out. Nope, they said they're
right.
running it out. Freddie Basnez in the lead. Daniel Eberhard behind him. The white flag is in the air. They're single file most of the way through. Matt Lee, Michael Guest up there with them in 3rd and 4th.
Big guy run, Cody.
The big Bruce Walker up there in 5th. Kenny Reel in 6th. And they're making the run down across the back straightaway. They're still single file. It's Freddie Basnez and Daniel Eberhard.
Oh.
In P1 and P2, and there's the move. Eberhard's going up to the high line. That inside line's got the vehicles right now. Oh, and he's going to fade off fast. Daniel Eberhard. And it's going to be Freddie Basnez and Matt Lee going in out of the exit of turn 4. They're going to have a stretch out here. They're going to the start-finish. The move's going to have to be made soon. He's thinking about it. He's trying for it, but I don't think he's going to have it. I think Freddie Basnez is going to seal this one, Kevin. They're all fanning out there across the finish. And it's going to be Freddie Basnez taking the win out here.
Ooh, a close finish for 2nd place between Michael Guest and
Matt Lee.
Matt Lee.
I believe, now this isn't official, but I'm seeing Matt Lee getting 2nd place, Michael Guest 3rd. That's unofficial race results, but we know Freddie Basnez got the win out there, Kevin. What a win for him.
Daniel.
Yeah, and you know, those front two,
Yeah,
those front two seemed to get some space there, and it just seemed like nobody could catch Freddie, and then, you know, Matt couldn't get a run made because no one was behind him, and Freddie Basnett was able to steal one out here. What country is that, Luke?
I will remember that in the future.
You know, Kevin, I don't know if I could tell you.
Yep. Game 4.
Hell yeah, Freddie.
Freddie Basnez getting the win out here. A good win for him.
Top 3 to the interview room. Top 3 to the interview room.
And we're getting the word.
Everyone
is being told top 3 go to the interview room, so they're already expecting us, Kevin. We're looking at the post-race shitties right now. Let's get our asses over there while we watch Freddie Basnez rip some shitties.
Good run, Matt Lee.
Right now, Kevin, we're seeing Freddie Basnez whip some shitties across the start-finish.
Win, Freddie.
A good win for him, and you hear the congratulations from all the guys in the VC in the game chat there for him. That's a $300 right in his back pocket, Kevin. He's got to be excited.
Yeah, and that's a good win to win out here, Luke. I know we see him in a lot of these races, but a big pot and a season opener. I don't know if he has the charter, but if he does, I'd assume he does. And if he does, a very good points day for him.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, Kevin. He definitely had a good race out here and a dominant performance for him near those last couple laps. And you hear the engine being blown up right there at the very end. And I mean, that was a wild one, Kevin. We're waiting for all the drivers to collect here and
Okay, it was the top 7 payout.
make their way in. And I believe it was a top 7 payout here we're hearing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So an absolute banger of a race, Kevin. I mean, we had a lot of entries, a lot of drivers, a lot of cautions, a lot of action. But what would you think of the race out here tonight, Kevin?
I thought it was exciting, Luke. I know, you
Doesn't
know,
matter to me.
some things are going to have to be ironed out on our side. Some things are going to have to be ironed out as far as, you know, how many drivers are in the race. I don't know if it's going to be a 50-car field every week, but I think
heard 8.
excitement-wise, we couldn't have asked for much more in the season opener.
He changed it or
I'd have to
something.
agree with you, Kevin.
That's why I asked.
Still waiting on all the guys to make their way on over here. I believe we have the
but he
third
was
place
including the
man ready
bonus.
to go. We're getting
Like, it was 8
second
in
place
total.
in here as well. We can go and get the interviews rolling whenever you want to, Kevin. I'm gonna go ahead and switch us to the interview screen and turn off the
Pin 7 spot.
Chat.
Pulling them over.
Yep.
Hey, Michael, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, man, what an exciting race. I mean, it was one of the biggest fields we've seen as far as broadcasting goes. And you were able to get yourself into a podium spot there after being, I think, P10 off the restart. You want to talk us through how that last restart went?
Yeah, and you know, just that was a crazy race having so many people in there to begin with. I got wrecked a couple times. Luckily, all the damage was fixable, and I was glad to be up there at the end. The inside was looking real strong. I don't know if it was because of the people that were in the outside or what was going on, but for a few restarts there, I was just stuck on the outside and just couldn't go anywhere. So I was getting kind of frustrated. That was right around the money trend, like cutoff position, around 10th to 8th or so. And um, luckily, the last couple restarts, I got to restart on the bottom, so that was cool. These races are
Yeah.
always crazy, especially whenever we get the 2 to green or 2 to go restarts. Like, I can't describe like how nerve-wracking it is sometimes because it's just so easy to get turned in these things. So we were all pushing really hard right there. I was hoping that we'd be able to tandem back up to them right at the end there, but we just didn't have enough. But I'll definitely take a third. I've been getting some money in between PGR and here the last few weeks, so definitely can't complain. Just trying to go for a win now.
Yeah, and it was a great race, a great finish to a solid day for you. We gotta ask, are you more a fan of, a huge field like this, or would you like to see maybe some heat races implemented?
That's a tough call. I like all the people in here, but I would really wish we would go green, and I think the pack is really easy to spread out or split up when it's 50 people like this. So I think like 30 to 40 is kind of a good maximum, but larger payouts, the better. I can't complain about that. So
Absolutely. Congratulations on getting into the top 3 there and getting some money. Thanks for the interview, Michael. You want to shout anybody out before you get you out of here?
yeah, of course. Just you guys for doing the broadcast. RNR and PGR, all these guys that are doing these money races and the super speedway races, they're a blast every time, and appreciate that I get to do them.
All right, we appreciate it, Michael. Thanks for giving us a show out there tonight, and congratulations.
Hey.
That was Michael Luke finishing P3 out here, leading that second charge there on that last lap, outside of Freddie and Matt. Not much going, or a lot going behind them. But how about we get second place in now, Matthew Lee, and see what he has to say about that last restart.
Yeah, let's get him on in here.
Hey, Matthew, you guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man, how about that last restart? It was a chaotic race all the way through. I think we saw like 50 cars in it, and then oddly enough, you and Freddie were able to get some room on the charging pack there, and you're able to get a second place finish. You want to talk us through that last restart?
Yeah, it was just pretty wild. Was really committed to staying at the bottom there. It seemed like the bottom didn't get quite the chaos going on. Like, yeah, you might get shuffled back like a row, but you weren't losing big chunks of track position, is what I noticed all night. So just kind of tried to stay committed there. And then cars jumped up. That got shuffled back off the restart. Cody, it sucked for him. He made a good run to the front. He just kind of got shucked out going to the top there. And
Yeah, and
thought about going with Daniel. I just had such a big run behind me that, like, if I try to, I don't know. I almost felt like if I bumped Daniel when he was going around Freddie right there on the backstretch, that I was just gonna wreck him. So I ended up jumping back down, going with Freddie, and had a look at it through the tri but he just made a good block when I was going up, and killed my momentum.
Yeah, and a crazy race all the way through. I gotta agree that inside line seemed to be the safer option. A lot of guys getting stranded out there up top, which brings me to my question. With this many guys, that's going to happen. Are you more of a fan of the huge fields, or would you like to see maybe a shorter field, maybe some heat races or some D&Qs or something like that?
I don't know. I'm always a fan of like old school NASCAR. 50 of us show up, like who qualifies in? You know what I mean? Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. I know nobody really expected the show or the turnout tonight. It was absolutely crazy, and we hope to see more from you this season. Crazy opener, and glad you could get into a top 2 position there and get some money. Anyone you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, big shout out to Cody and Merck and Chase. We all kind of tried to take care of each other there. you guys put on the broadcast. RNR for putting this on. Mike doing race control. Not always easy to do. Blanchard's towing. Yeah.
All right, we appreciate it, Matthew, and congratulations on the success tonight.
Thanks, bud.
That was Matthew Lee getting a second place finish out here, Luke. Not able to get around Freddie, but all in all, a very good night for him and a very good finish. But it's that time, Luke, and I'm going to get Freddie in here.
Yeah, speaking of Freddie, the race winner, let's bring him on in.
Hey, Freddie, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep, got you.
Hey, man, how about that restart? You know, you were starting off second place off of it. You made the move on Cody and it worked. And, you know, like everyone else that we've interviewed has said, the inside just kind of seemed to work better because of everything that was going on up top. So once you got by Cody, it kind of seems like you and Lee were able to take it to the finish. You want to talk us through how that last restart went?
Yeah, well, I mean, I did not get the greatest jump on the restart when the top started to roll. And Cody jumped up, and somebody, I think, took Garrett's right rear. I could be wrong about that. No, Garrett took Henning's right rear, and once I saw that, I knew our lane was going to die, so I knew I had to go to the bottom. Made the move. Cody tried to block. I mean, I lifted a little bit, but he was on my right front, and he just went up, which is a good thing because he might have gotten a wreck right there. Then from there, it was just single file on back. I mean, D3 was behind me. It was a whole single file line. I thought it was going to get killed, but I'm pretty sure like Matt Lee made a move, and then D3 went with him, and I tried to block it, and then D3 didn't do too good. And I just kept the lead from there. And at the line, just had to block Lee, which my bumper kind of like swiped his nose a little bit, which like stalled his run out, and then I just took it to the flag.
Yeah, and you know, you got a little bit extra money tonight with the absolute huge field we saw out there. We had some technical difficulties off the very start of the race, so I gotta ask, did you qualify?
No, I did not. That's good. An extra 50
All right,
bucks.
some extra money for you, not qualifying, making it all the way through the field. Second question I gotta ask off of that is, you know, did you like the huge field? Is that something you want to see more of, or maybe see some heat races out here?
I mean, I like the big fields. I mean, if it makes the payout higher, I like it. So I'm cool with it. I mean, just sometimes frames are a little bit lower, but that doesn't do too much for me. But yeah, I enjoy them. I like them.
All right, absolutely. Congratulations on getting, you know, well more than just what the original first place prize was, and putting on a show for us tonight. Thanks for the interview. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, thanks to my teammates, Malik, Kyler, Miles, Michael Guest, Ethan, even though he's banned, he's locked up, he'll be free tomorrow though. We paid his bond. Thanks to you guys for the broadcast. Thanks to Mike for RCing, Wagoner for putting on the show. And that's it.
Yeah, and you know, before you go, I would like to say, fuck you, Ethan. We both got black flags from that race that he got locked up on, so I think Luke actually somehow won that race, but you know,
he did.
Damn right.
I know Ethan's watching, but congratulations on the win, Freddie.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Freddie Vasquez getting the win out here tonight at Talladega, Luke, and you know, I had to shout you out a little bit, give you your flowers for that incident. But you know, as we wait, see if anybody is going to hop into the waiting room and talk with each other about tonight's race. And yeah, Ethan says uncalled for in the chat. But what do you think, Luke? I know you know, our computers might not have been the biggest fans of the huge field as far as frames go, but what do you think as far as the action goes?
Oh, I mean, you know, no shy of action out here at Talladega in general. I mean, when you have a field this big, Kevin, it's hard not to have a wild race, Kevin, and it was a wild one. We had a fun one, and just the plethora of drivers. I enjoyed it, Kevin. I mean, I know my PC might not have enjoyed it, but I know I did.
Yeah, and you know, either way, if they continue to do the big fields, we'll get it figured out, and we'll have fun with that. And if they get heat races going, you know, that's more racing for us. So no matter what happens, I think this was a great start to the season here at RNR. And you know, anything you want to bullshit about while we wait a few more minutes and see if anybody goes over to the interview waiting room and gets mad at each other?
You know, I gotta go back to the whole Easter candy thing. What was your final answer there?
Let me think of something better than stale peeps.
Yes, stale peeps. That's what it was.
Let me think of something better than that. I don't eat candy anymore.
Well. Oh well.
I've been seeing some Easter candy come out recently. I think the last piece of candy I ate was a couple weeks ago at Walmart. My friend bought a peanut butter and jelly flavored Reese's bar, and I tried it.
Wow.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, sounds pretty nice. Well, I mean, just looking, I don't know if any of the drivers are going to be getting together here. Seems as though they might have had a pretty clean end of the race, maybe.
Yeah, Ethan's a Reese's fan. I know they're expensive as all hell, but they are definitely one of the better candies. What was your answer, Luke? You said, was it the Starburst
Jelly beans? Yep, Starburst jelly beans all the way for me.
They're pretty damn good.
We're talking Easter candy.
The cherry ones are like crack, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
The red ones, Luke, you know that color?
Can't say I do, Kevin.
Let me take one last look. You know, honestly, if I had to take a guess, I'd say anybody that's, you know, really mad at another driver, whatever they plan to say probably doesn't want it floating around on the internet.
Probably not, if I had to take a guess there, Kevin. But, you know, that's all right. Either way, it was an exciting ending to a race out there. We're just looking at the final results once again. Freddie Basmez getting the win. Matt Lee in third. Michael Guest in third. That's the podium. Daniel Eberhardt and Kenny Reels finishing just outside of the top three. Still in the money positions, and I believe the money rounded off with Krista Big Roos Walker and Daniel Falkingham. But, you know, Kevin, it was an exciting race. I had a blast. Any closing thoughts from you?
Yeah, just while we're waiting a couple more minutes, I'm just going to shout out a couple of other series we've been running and a couple other notes that Ninth Gear has. First off, you know, we've been doing every Wednesday and we will continue to do every Wednesday with RNR. Their new series, the Friday Super Series, we're also booked for, so we'll be back with RNR for that. As I'm pulling up the schedule for that. Looks like we're going to start, and Luke, I know you're going to get mad, but probably going to have to buy a couple more tracks out here, starting at the Auto Club Next Gen, going to Kentucky next, and then the third one's going to be Rockingham, so, you know, just a little bit of a what was I going to say? A super speedway type of track.
Yeah, my wallet's already crying, Kevin.
Yeah, and, you know, it happens. You want to go bug Falkingham? See if he's got anything to say about the race?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what he's got to say.
Hey, Dan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, how we doing, fellas? Figured we had this post-race show going on. Figured I'd join y'all.
Well, we're kind of waiting for other guys, but nobody has it.
We figured we'd come bug you for a little while.
Yeah, that's fine. Why won't we be part of the post-race show, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, and you know, not a bad race for you. I don't know if you got the money. I didn't hear Chascaro on
I got the last money spot. Nice. They were paying out top 7 tonight. So we gained something out tonight. We also got a couple points towards the season-long championship. So can't complain, especially where I was on the final restart after I kind of got hosed on that second-to-last restart just because the momentum and the lines were not in my favor, sadly. But we make do with what we can, and I think we did all right.
Yeah, and you know, I asked all three of the top three, but I gotta ask you as well. Are you a fan of these, you know, super large fields, or would you like to see some maybe heat races or DNQs or something?
Feels it pays out more. It's never going to be a problem with me, but definitely you get that risk of like having a lot of cautions and whatnot with just having so many people and whatnot. So, but no, I mean, as long as they're not causing trouble and we actually get some like green flag racing, it's not a problem. But if it gets to a certain extent where they're just full blown caution fest, then it wouldn't hurt to maybe cut the field down. Just whatever is best for business, I guess. But I was definitely shocked to see how big of a field we had tonight. That's for dang sure, because I was not expecting 50 people tonight. But no, it definitely created a just more fun race trying to fight through the field, play with strategy because there's so many good guys in here that you got to fight through. So Yeah, it's definitely interesting, but as long as it continues to work and the admins don't have issues with it, bring them all.
Yeah, and as much as I want to agree, I do think maybe shorter would be better for us. Me and Luke don't have the greatest computers, so hopefully
Understandable.
I'll have to go back and watch. Hopefully the quality when we did get the stream working wasn't bad, but it's definitely more exciting out there with the more cars. But yeah, I mean, just a great start to the season for a lot of the guys. You got a good start. I think what was it, 3 points out there? I don't know how the point system works.
It wasn't a lot of points, but at least we're better than 0, so we're better than a lot of guys already, and hopefully, just hoping a little bit more luck is on my side this season compared to what season 1 was, and we can get the ball rolling hopefully. But yeah, like I said, pretty much from here it's a marathon, not a sprint. So several weeks ahead of us to try to score as many points as we can.
Yeah, and next week's Trucks at Daytona, a lot of people's favorite. How you feel going into next week?
I don't mind the trucks. They can be really annoying, but as long as you place yourself in the right positions, it's always a good time no matter what. But definitely like Daytona, definitely gonna be a lot narrower here than what we had tonight. But definitely gonna be way more about track position than what tonight was. So definitely gotta place yourself in the right positions at the right time. So hopefully we can just queue good and or at least just run up near the front and just try to keep collecting points and keep doing what we do best. Hopefully.
Yeah, and one last thing, are you running the new series, the Super Series on Fridays?
I am not in that. I am actually don't think I'm allowed to run. All current pros and all them boys are not allowed to run. So we'll be on the sidelines for that. I'm sure that'll be still fun to watch either way. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys put on a good show over there.
Yeah, I know if you were allowed in it, we'd probably be hearing a lot more from you, so maybe we'll be able to talk to some new faces.
Which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing in this community, at least.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's too mad at each other tonight. Seeing
everyone was pretty tame tonight, even though we had like 50 people in here.
For a 50-player lobby, it was way more contained than I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, wish we could add green flag stopping there tonight, but I mean, it's always gonna be difficult with 50 people, like I mentioned. Yeah. But I think everyone got along pretty well tonight. So
I think I'd have to agree. Doesn't seem like there's too much shit to shoot out here tonight. I don't think, Kevin.
No, I don't think so. I want to, close it up and then everyone gets in here bitching each other out, but we've waited about 10 minutes, so.
I got something to say.
Oh, what you got, Evan?
By all means.
Here we go.
I have 3 words. Fuck Chris Melton.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
And
disappearing there was Evan Carl.
Honestly, Luke, that seems to be, I don't want to say a recurring theme, but I feel like we've played this song and dance before, and I don't think Evan wants to elaborate anymore on that because he don't even think he's online anymore.
Just pull the plug on his PC after that, maybe. I don't know. Maybe calling it quits, but I think that'll probably about do it out here tonight, Kevin. Anything you want to say before we close things out here?
No, I don't think so. Just shout out to Wagner, shout out to all the drivers. Thanks to Dan for coming in here and giving us a little bit of content before we had to...
Yeah, it wasn't much, but wanted to give y'all something at least.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I think that's all I got, Luke.
Alrighty, race fans. Thank you all for joining us, and special thanks to the drivers, the guys for putting it on, and everybody at home for watching, and we'll see you guys